So you're ready for mastery grading, which means you need to set up your Schoology gradebook. And the biggest difference between a regular gradebook on Schoology and a mastery grading gradebook on Schoology is the categories. So originally you might have chosen categories that match your syllabus with quizzes, homeworks, and classwork. But for Schoology, if you're doing a mastery grading gradebook, you're going to need to identify your learning targets as these categories. So for science this year, I'm going to be using the 8 science and engineering practices as my learning targets. So what I'm going to need to do first is to create the learning targets inside the place where it originally set up those quizzes, tests, and all those. So we're going to be using a different class. I've already set up one, or actually 3 of these, and I'm going to show you how to do another one. So all you have to do is press add. Of course, we're not doing homework. We're going to be doing a science and engineering practice. We're on 4, which is analyzing and interpreting data. So we're going to add that title and make sure that we have total points selected here. You don't really have to mess with the dropping the lowest amount because you're going to use your professional judgment to the body of evidence when you get to the grading period. You don't need the computer to tell you to do it for you. So you're going to create the learning target. And you can identify all of them in the beginning. I'm just going to stop here so we can move on to the next steps. Since we've already added our added our course learning targets and total points, we are now ready to add the mastery grading scale, also based on points. So you're going to add an original scale. You're going to call this the mastery grading scale. And you're going to change the percentages to points. So we're going to create the scale, just the 4, 3, 2, 1 scale. We'll call 4 mastery or advanced. Add another level. And of course you can change these depending on your school site or your team. And I might even call these not yet, and you can go back and change these. No evidence. So as we have just identified our grading scale and called it mastery grading, we always have to remember to press save. So we're already on finishing step 3. So you're really getting close to having a mastery gradebook. The next step is we're going to add the final grading scale. And this, I think, is a confusing part because you just identified what you wanted for all your assignments. Well, now, if you want to have your gradebook passed back, you need to identify a final mastery grading scale. So you're going to we went to Scales and Rubrics. And you're going to identify what you want your A column to be. Your B, your C, your D, and your F. Because I used the 5-point scale, I'm going to be able to do matching from where each point would match up to its equivalent grade. And this will mean I won't have to go back at the end of the semester and type in each student's grade. So the reason that having this is important is so that after you have labeled everything in your gradebook, you can then at the end of the semester be able to get these letter grades functioned out of your data that you've input. So we're going to only have them show the letter grade. We don't need to use an average. We're going to be figuring that on our own. And we're going to save, making sure to call this Mastery Final. So we've added a Mastery Final grading scale to make the A's match their numbers that we're going to be using for our students' assignments. The final step is creating the Mastery columns and making sure that all other assignments are factored to 0. So what does this mean? When we're in the materials and we're going to be assessing each standard, when we enter assignments in, we don't want them to count towards a grade that the student sees. We want them to be labeled. So in other words, when I have students work on assignment 1, I want them to make sure that they know that they're doing SEP 1, answering questions, but I don't want them necessarily to see the point percentage level. I want them to know how many points out of 4 they got, and for that I'm going to ensure that they have the Mastery grading scale. Once I have enough evidence in that first learning target, I can then move from that learning target to a final assignment that I can grade independently. So right now I'm just going through my assignments to make sure that they're all on the 0 and that they have the Mastery grading as their options, pressing save. And when I'm ready to assess before the report card and give a grade, I'm going to make sure that I have each one of the learning targets with an assignment that isn't factored. So while on the other assignments, I change the factor to 0, I'm going to label a Mastery assignment for each learning target that I've created that has a factor of 1. So that I'll really only have 8, if I've chosen to have 8 learning targets, I'll only have 8 graded assignments that lead to percentages. So for example, if I go to a student's grade, the only one that's going to show up in SEP 1, if I added a second assignment here, the only one that's going to show the percentage would be this one. Well, good luck setting up your gradebook, and I hope that you have fun with Mastery grading.